Lesson 10. Area of regular polygons. Essential question. How can you find the area of regular polygons? Unlock the problem. Emery is making a patch for his soccer ball. The patch he is using is a regular polygon. A regular polygon is a polygon in which all sides have the same length and all angles have the same measure. Emery needs to find the area of a piece of material shaped like a regular pentagon. Activity. You can find the area of a regular polygon by dividing the polygon into congruent triangles. Draw line segments from each vertex to the center of the pentagon to divide it into 5 congruent triangles. You can find the area of one of the triangles if you know the side length of the polygon and the height of the triangle. Find the area of one triangle. If you look at this picture here, they have the area of a triangle here already figured out for you. Now, we need to go ahead and draw line segments from each vertex to the center of the pentagon. So we're going to go ahead and do that. It's going to look like this. It's going to go there, and then it's going to go straight up. So all together in your pentagon, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 congruent triangles. Find the area of one triangle. Write the formula. A equals 1/2 BH. Area equals 1/2 times base times height. Substitute 20 for B. So we're going to put 20 here. And 14 for H. So we're going to put 14 here. Simplify. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to simplify, and we're going to do one step at a time. So the first thing we need to do is we need to take 20 times 14. So I'm going to put 14 on the top. Oops. On the top. Okay. And 20 on the bottom, and I'm going to hang my 0. Bring that 0 straight down. 4 times 2 is 8, and 2 times 1 is 2. Here, you should have 280. Now I'm going to go ahead and, oh, sorry, I made a mistake. So 20 times 14 was 280, but then we have to take A, so area equals 1/2, seriously, 1/2 times 280. So that would be the same as taking 280 divided by 2. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, 280 divided by 2 equals 140. And then you guys can go ahead and write that out with long division if you need to, or if you normally use a calculator, you can use a calculator also. Okay, this next part is the part of the formula that is brand new for today. So area equals the area of the triangle times the amount of triangles that are inside of your polygon. So we're going to take 140, which we had here as the answer. So we're going to put 140 times, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 congruent triangles all together. So now we have 140 times 5. So we're going to go ahead and do that, 140 times 5. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 4 is 20. Put down the 0, carry the 2. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 more is 7. So your answer right here, 700, is going to go straight over here into your answer. So your answer for the area for the pentagon here is going to be 700 centimeters squared. So the area of the pentagon-shaped piece is 700 centimeters squared. Example, find the area of the regular polygon. Draw line segments from each vertex to the center of the hexagon. This problem is particularly easy because they give you the center of the hexagon. They do not always do this on your homework. Sometimes you have to figure it out. So one of the easier ways to do that is go straight from the vertex on one side and go directly to the other side. And then go ahead and break the pieces apart to get congruent triangles. So here you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 congruent triangles. Into how many congruent triangles did you divide the figure? 6. Step 2. Find the area of one triangle. Write the formula. Area equals 1/2 times base times height. Substitute 4.2 for B. So we're going to put that right here in the first section. We're going to substitute that for the base, and then we're going to use 3.6 for H. 3.6 for the height, and then simplify. So let's go ahead and simplify. We're going to take 4.2 times 3.6. So 4.2 times 3.6 and multiply. 6 times 2 is 12. Put down the 2, carry the 1. 6 times 4, 24, plus 1 more is 25. We're going to put a placeholder 0 in there. And I always like to put a slash through it just to remind me it's a placeholder 0. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. And we're going to add those together, 2 and 0, 2. 5 and 6 is 11. Put down the 1, carry the 1. 2 plus 1 plus, or 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. And then you have 1. So you have jumped over 1 time and then 1 time again in the multiplication problem, so we need to jump over a total of 2 times and place our decimal point there. 15.12 is what we're going to have. I will probably have some people stop there and think that they are finished, but you are not. You still have one more part of the formula to go, so you're going to go ahead and plug in. It's area equals 1/2 times base times height. We put that base times height together, and then we ended up with a number, and we're going to take that and multiply it by 1/2, which is the same as dividing it by 2. Okay, then we're going to take 15 and 12/100ths, and we're going to divide that by 2. And when you do that, you will end up getting area equals 7.56. So you're going to write that right down here in your simplified answer. Area equals 7.56 meters squared. And then step 3, find the area of the hexagon. So now we have found the area of one triangle. We need to find out how many triangles are in the total hexagon. So we need to plug in this number down here, 7.56. That's the area of a triangle. And then we have 6 total congruent triangles. So now we need to multiply 7.56 times 6. Okay, 7.56 times 6. We're going to go ahead and do that. 6 times 6 is 36. Down the 6, carry the 3. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 3 more is 33. Carry the 3. And then 7 times 6 is 42, plus 3 more is 45. We jumped over 1 2 times in our multiplication problem, so we're going to do the same thing in our answer. 1, 2. And we're going to place the decimal point right there. So the answer is 55. And 36 meters. And then we're going to just bring that same answer down here. So the area of the hexagon is 45 and 36 meters squared. Use repeated reasoning. Into how many congruent triangles can you divide a regular decagon by drawing line segments from each vertex to the center of the decagon? Explain. So the first thing you need to know for this problem is how many sides does a decagon have? Think about the word decade. How many years are in a decade? Well, it's 10. A decagon has 10 sides. So if we drew a shape with 10 sides on it, and then we bring lines in from the vertexes, each of the vertexes, there's going to be 10 total triangles. So we're going to go ahead and write that down here, 10. A regular decagon sorry for my handwriting. A regular decagon has 10 sides. So it can be divided into 10 triangles. Look, I'm going to shorten this up for you guys. You're welcome. Number 2, think smarter. In an irregular polygon, the sides do not all have the same length, and the angles do not all have the same measure. Could you find the area of an irregular polygon using the method you use in this lesson? Explain your reasoning. So this answer would be no. You might not be able to find the center of the irregular polygon and connect it with the vertices to form congruent triangles. So I'm just going to summarize that and say you wouldn't form congruent triangles.